Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled you're joining me today because, well, we're going to unpack something that is completely transforming how we think about getting around. We're looking at ETAXI, which is rapidly establishing itself as the ultimate digital assistant for intelligent mobility in Italy. If you love efficient, well-structured solutions to everyday problems as much as I do, you're going to find this incredibly fascinating. Today, we're going to break down exactly how this system works, why it's such a massive innovation, and how it completely removes the friction from modern transportation and roadside assistance. Let's get right into it.
But first, I want you to picture this for a second. You're exploring a brand new city in Italy. Maybe you've just finished a wonderful dinner and you realize you need a taxi to get back to your hotel. Or, even worse, picture yourself driving through the beautiful Italian countryside, and out of nowhere, your rental car just breaks down. How do you handle that? Who do you actually call? Do you know the local numbers? Do you speak the language well enough to explain exactly where you are on some random rural road? These are real, practical questions that can take a dream trip and turn into a highly stressful situation in a matter of seconds. Okay, let's dive into this and start unpacking exactly how we can solve this problem elegantly.
Section 1. The problem of unexpected events. Facing the unexpected while traveling.
We've all been there, right? It's kind of a universal anxiety. Whether you're a local Italian driver navigating your daily commute or a tourist discovering the country's breathtaking beauties for the very first time, travel hiccups happen. They're just an inevitable part of being on the road. And an unexpected travel hiccup can instantly ruin a trip if you don't have a rapid, reliable solution right at your fingertips. Because think about it, thousands of travelers every single day find themselves actively seeking a way to move in total safety or looking for immediate roadside assistance. When you're stranded, the clock literally feels like it's ticking twice as fast. The anxiety just spikes. You aren't just looking for a ride or a tow truck, you're looking for a way to instantly turn a stressful, unexpected moment into a quickly and professionally resolved situation. The gap between having a problem and finding the solution, well, that's exactly where all the stress lives.
Section 2. The stress-free solution. Efficiency and speed first. Traditionally, our first instincts during a breakdown is to search the App Store, figure out which local service is reliable, and just pray we have enough data roaming to make it work. Think about the old way of doing things. You're standing on the side of the road, downloading heavy applications over a spotty cellular network, waiting for the installation, and then, worst of all, you're forced to fill out endless registration forms, create passwords, and verify your email. By the time you're done, 20 minutes have easily passed. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the comparison to the ETAXI way. It is beautifully streamlined. You get direct browser access in literal seconds. You can officially say addio, goodbye, to apps and registrations entirely. This is a brilliant example of removing all user friction to deliver immediate value when you need it the absolute most.
In fact, there's a quote from the source material that really hits the nail on the head. Zero Stress Simplicity, a service that works on any smartphone without complex configurations. This browser-based approach, it's an absolute game changer, especially for foreign travelers. You don't need a specific operating system. You don't need the latest, most expensive phone. It just takes a single click on a website to get connected. When you're stressed out because your car won't start or you're lost in a new city, the very last thing you want is a complicated technical setup. You want zero stress.
Section 3. How the technology works. Focusing on geolocation and the multilingual web app.
Now, it's one thing to promise a stress-free experience, but it's a whole different ballgame to actually deliver it through smart engineering. Let's move to the next point and see how this builds into a completely seamless user journey. Step 1. You simply open your browser and go to 025353.it. That's literally it. Step 2 is where the magic happens. The web app instantly utilizes your smartphone's GPS to identify your exact position. You don't need to worry about trying to explain where you are to a dispatcher, which is a massive relief if there's a language barrier or if you just frankly don't know the name of the street you're on. And finally, Step 3. The system instantly dispatches the nearest taxi or tow truck. Because the web app is multilingual, it entirely removes that communication barrier. This drastically reduces wait times because the dispatch is instantaneous and mathematically routed to the closest available professional.
Section 4. Mobility in Art Cities. Connection with local transport professionals.
Of course, a system like this is really only as good as the network that powers it. Their key operational zones include major hubs like Milan, Rome, Turin, and a whole host of other highly trafficked tourist locations. And this is absolutely vital. Whether you're trying to catch a flight out of Milan, navigating the historic cobblestone streets of Rome, or exploring Turin, the system provides total mobility. It doesn't just send any random vehicle. It instantly connects you directly to local transport professionals who know the area intimately. This means you are tapping into a massive, pre-existing infrastructure of vetted drivers with just a single tap on your browser.
Section 5. safety and transparency, peace of mind while exploring Italy.
So, the crucial point is trust. Trust is your ultimate currency in an emergency. When you're dealing with transportation, and especially when you're dealing with a roadside problem in an unfamiliar place, you absolutely need to know you're safe. Because of this, every single intervention is tracked and managed exclusively by certified professionals. You are never getting into an unvetted vehicle. You are never relying on an uncertified tow truck operator. The digital nature of the platform means that your request, your location, and your assigned driver are all logged and monitored. This guarantees maximum safety and transparency, and it's exactly what allows you to explore Italy without constantly looking over your shoulder or worrying about getting scammed. It provides total peace of mind.
Actually, I want to pause for a second and boldly highlight this number, 025353. This is the core of everything we've discussed today. It acts as both their direct contact phone line and the core of their URL, 025353.it. Honestly, the most actionable takeaway from this explainer is to simply save this to your smartphone's browser favorites right now. By doing that, you're ensuring that intelligent, instant mobility innovation is always right there at your fingertips, exactly when you need it, without ever having to search for an app. And this brilliantly illustrates the core message of our source material today, ETAXI, the digital revolution of rescue and transport. It truly empowers you to travel what the Italians call senza pensieri, without worries. By removing the friction of heavy apps, utilizing instant browser-based GPS, and connecting you only with certified local professionals, it completely reshapes our expectations of travel safety. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. The next time you find yourself stranded, or maybe just in need of a quick ride in a new city, are you going to default to the old stressful way, or are you ready to embrace the digital revolution of intelligent mobility? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, and as always, travel safe.